Dr. James, Small Business Show. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network with co-hosts Brittany Wise and Carol Harper Poe. How you guys doing today?
Fine. How you doing, Dr. James?
Awesome. Miss Brittany isn't here today, but we have nice guests here. We have Miss Carl Steen. How are you doing, Miss Carl Steen?
I am great. How are you?
Awesome. And we have our delivery courier expert, Mr. Sonny.
Hello, Dr. James. How are you doing today? Happy New Year's 2021, and still know that he is the one.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
All right,
And we have our
yes.
expert practitioner all the way from Buffalo, New York, Carla A. Murphy. How you doing, Miss Carla?
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Charlie in the house.
And we
Buffalo,
have,
New York.
and
In
we
the
have our
house.
guest on the phone, Mr. Antonio Wilson. How you doing, Mr. Antonio?
How everybody doing? Happy New Year, everybody. A&T Designs is in the building.
I love it.
right, love
In
it.
the house.
Yes.
How sweet it is.
Clean it up.
Man, we're getting ready to start this jam-packed show with this first topic we got going on with Mr. Antonio, the beginning of the business. Mr. Antonio, what made you start the business?
So basically, it wasn't I think it was more of a family business. So the A&T Designs basically just started with our family. My mom, Tabitha McCrae, my mom, Alicia McCrae. We all kind of just came together and started this business as a whole. I actually had some personal experience at college. I had a best friend that basically was doing T-shirts, and it was pretty simple to learn, hands-on, like being able to create anything from scratch, basically. And once during the pandemic, me and my family or whatever, we were all together, just talking like, hey, like, what can we do to be, entrepreneurs? Like, everybody starting businesses, what can we do? And my mom, she, was very on it, like, hey, what can we do? What can we do? And so we all talked about starting a T-shirt business as far as doing custom clothing. And we all just sat down, and my mom and my mom, they was just like, "Hey, let's start it. Let's so we can get on Amazon right now for to order these machines. We're gonna start doing some test shirts, post, see what the people think." And from that point, social media kind of just gave us great feedback. We started making masks, T-shirts, joggers, tights, hats, just about anything you can name. We've basically done it. So that's basically how we got started throughout the pandemic. We were talking, and we just all just decided like, "Hey, we're going to the store. We're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy that. Let's do it." And so that's basically how we got started.
I love it, man. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So how does it help you outside of the business, as in how does it show you how to adjust?
So basically what it helps us together in a business and help us adjust is understanding communication. And one thing I believe is that communication go hand in hand, whether in friendships, relationships, families. And so when it comes down to doing custom designs for customers, it's very important to understand what they want and, what they don't want. Because, people can be, a little picky when it comes down to, what their clothing may look like or the coloring and, the size of designs. And so it basically teaches you communication and teaches you understanding and also patience. Because sometimes, customers may say, hey, like, I want this, but then I don't want this. And then, it kind of puts you into well, tell me exactly what you want, And so it definitely teaches you communication and definitely teaches you patience throughout the business.
All right, yeah, and I also agree with Antonio about that adjusting. It's just a fair balance of meeting deadlines, appeasing to your customers so you can get repetitive business. And I see there's a great need with, elaborating your business and keeping your business steady, keeping it afloat. Is definitely the adjusting and meeting deadlines and just being able to serve the customer so they can give it word of mouth to give you greater business.
I love it.
Yes, and that definitely can be, definitely time consuming too as well. Like you said, the adjustment part when it comes down to time management, because you definitely want to make sure that you satisfy the customers within a timely manner. But at the same time, we still have to also balance our everyday life as well, as far as waking up, going to work, and you know, uh, making store runs, whatever life may consist of on a day-to-day basis, as well as completing the orders. So when it comes down to completing the orders, it definitely can be, hey, you're gonna lose some sleep, but at the same time, what's gonna make it worth it is that you got a happy customer that's willing to, buy your product, and more people gonna be like, hey, where so and so get that hat, where so and so get that, so it definitely be a greater outcome out, once the product is actually finished and produced.
I love it. I love it. And before we move on to the next topic, I want everybody to take a look on camera at this ring. Miss Carol got one of these rings.
Sure do.
This
I
is
just don't have it on
MBC
today.
ring. This ring is when you become a partner with us, and you get one of these glorious rings. And so we'll be looking forward to getting Sonny, and in the future, Miss Carlstein, a ring.
All right now.
And so that's why I can't wait to talk to Miss Carlstein after this great show.
You feel like power. You feel like you got power when you got that ring.
That's what I'm talking
I know
about.
that's right.
I can't wait. So, our next topic, we're going to get into trials and tribulations. Antonio, what are the pros and cons of the business?
So the ultimate pro of the business is, basically having these machines. It goes deeper than just making clothing and things for customers. It goes more so in, it could be personal use based as well, as far as, a lot of times we'd be like, hey, we want this shirt, we want to go make this, or we want to go buy this. A lot of times when you have a machine, it's like, hey, I got some pants, I got some jeans, I can make this myself. And, coming out to mass, I can, create this myself. And so the biggest pro about it is being able to have great feedback from customers that's actually coming back and shopping with us. Us actually bonding as a family as we go through the process of with this business, because we all work together, all three of us, and so it definitely be a great bonding time. We laugh. Sometimes we be tired, and we be like, hey, who gonna keep us uplifted? And we hold each other accountable with everything. So the biggest pro is the bonding and the family time when it comes down to making a business happen. But like I said, also hearing the great feedback when it come back as well. And I say the biggest con about it sometimes can be time consuming. Sometimes we, depending on the order and the size of the order, we may be in here a little tired, but at the end of the day, it's a business, so we know what we got ourselves into once we got started, which is a great, outcome at the end of the day. Also, sometimes when it comes down to taking certain orders, customers, kind of like, hey, I want this, I want that, but then sometimes they're not very specific. It could be time consuming on our end, because just like, well, it's like, hey, you want this, but then you didn't like this, so you tell us to freestyle, and we freestyle. It's like, you kind of be picky. So sometimes that can be a little challenging, because you do want to please the people, but then you also got, customers that's specific but not very direct about it. But other than that, that's probably would be only the biggest con about it. But the business as a whole, since we've been started for a couple of months now, and we've had a great time making clothes, making shirts, learning what the machines can do and how can we be better? And so it's definitely been a great time actually starting this business together as a family.
How sweet it is. Absolutely. Family business. You can't beat it, right?
Cannot be.
Definitely, not at all.
So
not
what
at all.
have the business taught you?
The business have definitely taught us together that, even though there are going to be some downtimes, as far as sometimes the business may be super busy, sometimes the business may be slow at times, but the goal is to never stop. Always continue to hustle. One thing we live by is iron sharpens iron, and that goes back into Proverbs 27. And so when one person is down, we all got to uplift each other. Currently at the moment, this is just a testimony from my mom. She actually just had surgery on her tonsils, and she actually been kind of down. And God has been keeping her and helping her through this process of actually going through that surgery that she just recently had. And so the biggest goal about the business is when one is down, we got to uplift each other and hold the business down together. So that's why the family business is definitely is very it's like a bittersweet business, because we stick together. Like when one down, we all down, and one person up, we all up. And so the biggest thing, we got to just hold each other up when one person is down. So I definitely say the business has taught us patience. It taught us communication. And they taught us to learn how to just learn from our mistakes and, how not to make mistakes anymore, basically to decrease the mistakes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I know our expert practitioner, Carla Murphy, wanted to speak on this as far as what has the business taught her. So, Ms. Carla?
Well, thank you, Dr. James. Business has taught me, I agree, to communicate better, to be consistent, to be dedicated, to be diligent, and more detail-oriented. So business has taught me to strengthen relationships in terms of family, friends, and in business. And so partnership is very important.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. We're going to dig into our delivery courier expert.
Yes. Mr. Son, we're going to shift gears right now. We're going to talk about the community. Could you tell us, the audience that's listening, how to be effective in the community?
Ms. Carl, I'm glad you asked that question. To be effective in the community, I see it as total engagement. You have to engage to be reflective of your service. That means that you get out here, you reach out to those in the community, that you let them know what you have, what you bring to the table, what you're able to compete with other businesses around that reflect to yours, and you just have to be a reflective of service. Also, you're inspired to build strong relationships with Ms. Carly and Antonio. They talked about you want to inspire to build long-lasting relationships that will bring success on both ends.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. James, I'm just going to shift gears. How to be effective? I know you work in the community. You work strongly in the community. Can you give the audience some wisdom on how to be effective in the community?
Okay, so there's a couple of things I do normally. So I think you know that I have a soft spot for homeless.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a lot of trying to get them jobs. Of course, I give a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that part, I think, like the old adage, you give someone a fish they can eat that day. You teach them how to fish, they eat for a lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I help them get jobs. But now on the other end of it, the community, especially where I'm from, what I try to do is I just try to help businesses in a lot of different type of ways.
Absolutely.
I think as Ms. Carl Steen get to understand who we are, she'll know how she'll be able to benefit from what we got going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Mr. Sonny, back to you. The impact of unity in the community. Just touch on some of that for us.
First, I just had to elaborate on three things that I see the impact of unity in the community.
Mm-hmm.
When people see unity in the community, it shows strength. And with the strength withdraws dependability, that people can see the unity that people have. You know, and it's also a keynote on the second thing I'd say, survival.
Mm-hmm.
That means that everyone that comes together, they see that we can survive this pandemic that we are going through if we just hold fast and come together without any divisiveness or deceptiveness, getting on one accord to see things through. And the last one I'd elaborate on is togetherness. Togetherness, not being self-centered or self-absorbed, but concerned about all, at hand, all that's being affected by it. Not saying if you don't know someone or whatnot, but you got to think it for the big picture, loving down the road, and that's going to bring a greater outcome when we see that. And when people see that, they'll take that and take that to heart.
I love it. I love it. We're going to move into self-planning, and we're going to talk about that after this break. Hello, everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network, broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Legacy Services offers state-of-the-art entrepreneurial services. We specialize in meeting the needs of the client and building a blueprint for you and your company based off your needs, your education level, and your business goals. Our services are designed with you in mind. We truly are a business concierge. Our goal is to guide you and assist you in turning your passions into profits. With over a decade of business experience, we strive to not only set a foundation for the client, but also offer our expertise and coaching services. We're with you every step of the way. Choose an organization that values morals, ethics, integrity, hard work, and experience. Book your consultation with us today and receive 50% off using promo code I'm Ready. Contact us at legacyservices.com. LEGACI services.com. Or you can contact us at 214-774-7503. And you can reach us on all social media platforms, legacyservices.com. Take care.
When it hurts like this, we climb the greatest heights, jump down and have a fight, and that's all we'll ever like, but that can never change my mind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. When it hurts like this, when it hurts like this. When it hurts like this, we hold each other high, but we fall 1,000 times. But I'd never say goodbye or ever leave this stuff behind. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's uneasy. I wouldn't have it another way. There's no other way. When it hurts like this, when it hurts like this. When it hurts like this.
We are back. Globe Life Park. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. And we are back with that topic, safe planning.
All right, Mr. Sonny, Mr. Sonny. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
All right, you better be, and don't get nothing started, okay?
I'm going to do my best.
All right. It
Have
said,
your way, Lord.
all right now. It said, tell us a little bit about don't let failure be a letdown.
And on that note, I say don't let failure be a letdown, because a lot of people, they cannot handle, letdowns or failures, but I seen it as learning opportunities.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, life gives us lessons. In 2015, I had to go through a lesson. I had to learn losing my mother in 2015. But I looked at that lesson would give me lessons to teach others. So I was able to endure that. So I didn't let that get me down, as they say, in the dumps or whatnot. But I learned from that lesson that this is not a letdown. It's not a failure. It's a growth. Anything that doesn't grow is bound to die. So I seen it as growth. So I said, let life's lessons teach you that you learn from the failures, learn from the setbacks, that you must learn from them so you can teach others.
All right. Hit a little bit on that drive to succeed.
Well, on that saying of drive to succeed, I would say everyone looks at success as financial gain. I think I'm quoting it right from Richard Brandon. He was a 5.1 billionaire, and he said success is defined by your happiness. Well, I say success it shouldn't be defined by the wealth. I say it should be defined by the people you help, not by financial means. I'm saying by kind words of inspirations, actions that you do to expect nothing in return. And that's why I said that should be your drive to succeed. Is that what you get in this business for? Like in Antonio, beautiful testimony about how him and his family just came together with the designs, and pretty sure everyone has different stories of how they came about wanting to start their own business. But I'm pretty sure everyone said, well, I want to get in this business and make money, whatnot. But my key thing is I saw a gap and I wanted to fill it. And I said, you know what, I want to do something that's going to help. And most of my business was uplifted off of word of mouth. And that's why I said that will stay my drive. Did I get a lot of jobs that I said, you know what, this is not worth my time? But I went ahead and took it, and that left the greater. So that's why I say let that be your drive to succeed, because don't look at success as just financial gain. Look at success as that, hey, like, hey, where do you get that hat from? Who got this? Who got that? When people see that you're providing a service and that they see that you got it for a good deal, they're going to acquire, because people, they want to save money, and then more than anything, they love good customer service. You know.
All right.
Thank you.
Listen to my gun smoke.
All right.
I touche that, because the drive to succeed has to be, if you're going to be self-employed.
Come on
right?
now.
Right.
So if you're going to have a job and do it on the side, it just depends, right? Because the side job can be a luxury, or you can be serious about it.
Right.
It just depends. So you have an option.
Yes.
If you decide to live from your business, then the drive to succeed for both has to be immense. It has to be what Denzel Washington, that video that that I sent around through social media, where consistency is the number one thing. You can't say, I'm going to do it today. I don't think they do it today. I'm going to wait till next week. I'm going to wait till Monday. I'm going to start tomorrow. No. Anyone does that on a consistent basis, you're going to fail in business, period. I don't care what you say, unless, again, you're getting Social Security or you got a job and you really just want to make a little money, then that's good with that. But if you want to make real money from it, or change lives, or live from it, especially live from it, then your drive to succeed has to be right up there with family.
Come on now.
For real. It has to be God, and then your drive to succeed in family has to be right there.
Come on now.
It has to be equal. You can't say, well, I'm put family first. That's I hear you. But when you do that, what that really means, and I'm not talking about like caring for somebody if they're sick and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you like, well, I'm just going to spend time with my sister today, and I'm going to do my work, I'm going to do my business tomorrow. That doesn't work. Because that is a subconscious thing that will make you always put something off. That's just how it works. No matter what you think you can do, it'll be proven how you put things off. And everybody put things off.
Oh, yeah.
But me personally, I'll put things off on a personal level, like going to the gym like I'm supposed to. You know, I go or I don't go, don't go. But business-wise, I can't even think of a time in a decade that I put something off in business. I always think it has to be done like yesterday.
Come on now. Dr. Jen, I could add to that, consistency is like unpaid bills. If you keep passing the bill, eventually lights going to go off.
That's right.
You get paid.
That's right.
And I definitely understand that. So, I mean, that's so true. So that's why I say consistency, it must be a must. You can't put stuff out tomorrow, because it's like if you pass a bill, hey, you pay, or when someone's going out to eat and they're all at the table, hey, you got, somebody gonna be busting dishes at the end of the dinner.
How sweet it is. We're gonna move on to our next topic, business mentoring, and we're gonna talk to our expert practitioner Carla Murphy, all the way from Buffalo, New York.
Right now, Miss Carla.
I'm sure it's snow everywhere, right, Miss Carla?
Come on now.
Miss Carla, are you here? Hello, Miss Carla. Okay, but what we're going to have to do is get back with Miss Carla. We're going to come back. We're going to move to Miss Carol. Miss Carol, COVID-19 vaccinations, discuss open topic for the panel. Number one is New Year.
All right. So we just going to hit on that COVID-19. I know you guys already know the vaccination is already out there. They hitting with the elderly. They hitting with the home care. They hitting with paramedics, they hit with the frontline workers and all of that, and then they moving into the nursing home and stuff like that. And then also, it's a two-step process, and it depends on which scientific, whoever made it, that it's a two-step process. So we're gonna hit the new year. The new year, what is the drive for the new year? To do better than I did the year before.
Come on now.
Whatever I lacked in 2020, I'm gonna pump it up a little bit. Now I have goals set. I have my own goals set. I want to be better than I was in 2020. And what I'm seeing is, Dr. James, no, I have sort of like don't really like to talk on the phone.
Right.
I like to talk behind the mic or something like that, behind closed doors. But I really, one of my passions is, I really don't like to talk to the customers, but I'm going to do better on that. I'm just being real.
Please do.
I'm going to do better on that, because Dr. James said, make the phone call, do the follow-up. And I'm like a little slowful on that. And that is one of my drives this year, to get on the phone and I'm going to drop down to, it said know how to set your goals, and it goes into what I'm talking about. Sales. And it's time to make money. Okay, that was 2020.
Right.
The foundation is laid.
That's right.
Now it's time to get out there and make the money. Yes and no, it's not all about the money, but how the business is going to start.
That's right.
It's time to up it. It's time to up the game, as they say.
I love that.
All right?
And I actually like to bring in Ms. Carlstein on that topic. Ms. Carlstein, talk to us about the customer, about talking to them. Are you good with talking to customers, Ms. Carlstein?
I'm excellent at talking with customers because my goal is to educate them about the gemstones that they're purchasing from us.
Okay.
Many people don't know about gemstones. They just look at something, and if they like it, hey, I'm going to buy it. But there's also other energies that come along with a gemstone. And sometimes you may be drawn to something and you have no earthly idea why.
Right.
That one sticks in your mind. Well, it could be because you're lacking in whatever that crystal emanates.
Right.
It has
right.
energy.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Well, we want to talk about new goals. Miss Carol,
I think I already hit
have
it.
you hit the goals?
Yeah, but I hit a little something else. It says set goals for you and your company and your business. And I think I said balance. And Sonny hit on deadlines. And then Antonio hit on time management. That's something, deadlines. I know, Dr. James, when it comes to you and you push me and what I need to do, I got that. I can do that for you.
Okay.
But when it comes, when I'm passionate about the book, no
Right.
problem about that. But when it comes out, like we talked about, customers, your customers are your number one people that you need to interact with. You need to get to know them on a personal level.
That's right.
So that is something that I'm striving for this year.
Good.
Something that I'm striving for, and everybody hear it. So y'all put me up,
That's
Dr.
right.
James. I ain't gonna get mad at you.
Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna say, all right, I put it before the people.
That's
and then,
right.
I might have to tone down a little bit, but okay.
See, tell Ms. Carlstein, Carol, you're going to love me because not only am I going to help you with the customers that you already got, but I'm going to help you with the ones that that you couldn't sell to.
Absolutely.
And then I'm going to give you resources that you will not get anywhere else, even from yourself. And you're going to hear about that toward the end.
Use that example. Don't call the name, but use that example on me when I didn't want to call the person back.
Okay, now,
Remember?
Can you help me with that?
About the book. When you told me to keep pushing and calling back. No, you tell me to hang up, call back again.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to call the name on the air.
Right,
But
right.
Just use that as an example how you pushed me and you motivated me. And that was like a barrier that was broken.
Right. So kind of what we do is if you call a customer, and I even do this too. If I'm calling a customer, let's say I'm calling insurance claims for certain things in my business. So if I call and they don't answer, let's say I call 10 people. Let's say 4 answer, so I'm able to talk to them. Let's say the other 6 don't answer. Well, I hang up and call right back. What happened is out of those 6, 2 answers. Do you understand? People sometimes be like, oh, I don't know this number, but then you call right back, they'll answer. I've always got 1 or 2 or 3 to answer after I call back for the second time. But the 2 or 3 that don't answer for that second time, I'll text and say, hello, I'm just calling you for blah, 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 blah. Call me back at your earliest convenience. And then that's it. And then they'll call back or not. But that's how to stay consistent with your customer, to show that you really care or you want their business. How are you going to stay on their mind if you don't talk to them enough, call them enough? It's not about bugging. If somebody say, I ain't interested, well, then you put them on something called a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 month list. You never throw away a phone number, ever. Unless they cuss you out.
They still come back a year later.
That's right.
And I like to add to that, Dr. James, that customer feedback should be the fuel for your business.
That's right.
It should be the fuel to your business. And that's why I go to the drive to succeed, to engage, to everything that on topics I touched on. If your customer feedback is being the fuel to your business, you see that you're making progress, and you see that it's important to engage with the customer. I did not know that about Ms. Carla until she just announced it. But I love to engage with my customers so I can get feedback, and then I've seen it where they pass my cards on to someone else, and I'm like, wow, it works. It works. And I've always been a people's person, but I learned that customer feedback has been fuel to my business, keep me in the transportation of my own business.
And then it's one thing that I hadn't really spoke a lot on, Ms. Carol, because during our journey I was trying to get you to a certain point. Exactly. As I do Ms. Carla. Are you here, Ms. Carla? Ms. Carla, are
I'm
you
here?
Oh, okay. As I do Ms. Carla, as far as I try to get y'all to a point before I go this far, but every customer that you get, Carl Steen, every customer that you get, you ask for 5 referrals, especially if they're happy.
Okay.
If they don't want to talk or they're not interested, say, well, do you know 5 people that you can turn me on to? Most of the time, they'll just say, I'll tell them. They're not going to give you any phone numbers, anything. But people that are happy with you, give me 5 referrals, people I can call. They'll either give you those numbers or they'll say, well, let me call them and see if I can give you their number. Exactly. And you stay on them every day. Hey, did you get numbers for me? Oh, well, let me, because people are not thinking about you every day, so you have to keep yourself on their mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then, okay, I got your 3 numbers. That's how you get more customers from a happy customer.
And you remember we used this. They didn't want to do business with us, but we called back every week.
Every week.
And got
some business, got some paid customers. You got to remember that most customers are not ready to, listen, when you talk to 100 people, you'll get the 10 or 15 people that's going to spend money with you like that.
Exactly.
Okay? And then you're going to get 20 or 30 people that don't want to talk to you about whatever you got. But you're going to get about 50 that is going to say, I'll buy, but give me to next week, next 2 weeks, give me to the next paycheck, give me next month. Well, not right now, but I am. Those are who you're going to really get most of the time. Okay. And that way, you just have to learn how to stay engaged, how to keep them, so you can get their business when they're ready. That's really who you're going to get most of the time. Okay. Now things that you sell that cost less, like we have a lower ticket item like maybe jewelry, depending on what kind of jewelry Ms. Carlstein is talking about.
That's right.
Like, Ms. Carlstein, I'm assuming that you may have stuff that's $5 or $10, right?
I have some that are 10.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So those $10 items probably can sell like that because it's low.
Exactly.
By the same token, if you got one, what's your highest priced jewelry?
$100.
Okay.
Right now.
Now that $100 don't sell as much as that $10 normally.
No.
So the cost difference means that $100 item you have to really, really do special things to get it sold. $10, people will just buy that like, okay, here, and they may not even wear it.
Right.
They'll just buy it because $10 nothing.
Exactly.
And they're helping you.
Right. So yeah. So let's go back to Ms. Carla Murphy now. Ms. Carla, business mentoring. What is business mentoring, Ms. Carla?
Thank you, Dr. James. Business mentoring is a relationship between you as an entrepreneur and someone with business experience who's willing to act as a guide. The business mentor offers advice, guidance, and support to help people to run and improve their businesses. It also refers to a relationship between an experienced business person who is called the mentor and a business owner or an employee who is called the mentee. It can be informal with friends, family, or business contacts. It provides support and advice when it's needed.
Awesome, awesome. How sweet it is. So we're going to ask you why is mentoring important in business, but we're going to ask that question next.
What's on that beat? Ho.
Hello, how are you? I am Dr. James McConnell, founder and CEO of MBC Global Enterprises. From today all the way through Halloween, October 31st, we are writing articles about people and their businesses. This article does not cost you a thing. We want to be able to help businesses grow and prosper. These articles will go on our social media pages, our business pages, and so forth to help you get more exposure and business for your business. So we're definitely looking forward to it. You'll also have an opportunity to do other things to grow your business, for us get more customers, more leads, more profits, more exposure. You'll have ample opportunity to do other things. But the article about you and your business does not cost you anything. It is on us. So give us a call at 469-765-5327 and either text "I want it" or just ask about the opportunity. Again, the phone number is 469-765-5327 and either text "I want it" or call about the opportunity. Operators will be waiting. Have a great day.
I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight for
Damn right.
you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
I want that forever love for the moment and all your pain to be broken. See, when I look in that smile, all your beauty is spoken. I love the vibes that you carry. I see the sparky emotion, and when I see that you're down, I put the waves to your ocean. I'll be the first to admit, I know I have a lot of flaws, but nothing you couldn't fix. You're gorgeous, from your mind to your heart, straight to your hips. I want that never-ending ride, so baby, get with the script. We're on a different route, show me what you're all about. Tears coming from your heart, shorty, I can cause a drought. See, I ain't with that shit they say, and I can prove it with my mouth. And lately you've been stuck in stress, but baby, I'ma pull you out without a doubt. So give me everything, and I promise I'll put your home in the tropics, and maybe one day we'll marry. There ain't a soul that can top you, and if you fall, then I got you. Just know I'm there when you drop it, to change your world and your optics, to change your world and your optics.
I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
I'll be your everything, or everything I can. To me, you're perfect, ain't a thing that I would ever change. I love your smile, I love your shape, I love your pretty face. Everything about you is enough to go brighten my day. We met a year ago, this year has turned my life around. When I was at my lowest, man, I could've picked myself off the ground. You helped me with that, show me that I'm not alone. You know that I'm your Clyde and you're my Bonnie that cannot be broke.
I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky.
All right. We're back. Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas. Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. We are back with Miss Carla A. Murphy. And Miss Carla, we were asking why is mentorship important in business?
Mentorship is important in business because it's a chance to give back. Mentees are not the only people who benefit from the business mentoring relationship. By helping others, their business skills, business mentors may improve their own skills. They may be inspired with new ideas, meet new contacts, and learn new business strategies from even their mentees. Mentoring is definitely important, not only because of the knowledge and skills students can learn from mentors, but also because mentoring provides professional socialization and personal support to facilitate success. So quality mentoring, it greatly enhances the business owner's chances for success.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, compassion in business. What is compassion?
Compassion, it begins with empathy, which is the ability to discern that someone is either under distress or they're suffering from stress, and then the willingness to relieve suffering by taking action. Compassion, it has three parts. It's compassion with others, compassion with oneself, and the ability to receive someone else's compassion.
I love it. I love it. How sweet it is. So, how do you integrate compassion into business?
I like to develop, and I recommend developing a morning ritual which includes prayer and meditation. You can ask yourself who you would like to be as a leader, and then practice some empathy. Ask what obstacles and difficulties are getting in the way of others performing jobs and then do something about it. Try to always remember to focus not only on performance, but on relationships and well-being. We should reflect on common humanity. When working with others, we should acknowledge and appreciate the sameness and the unity. In the meantime, it's important to practice the art of kindness. We should bring caring and kindness into our day, not only with the way we treat family and friends, but with customers. We should also be receptive and open and allow others the opportunity to be helpful, generous, and understanding with us. So remember, compassion is a two-way street. We should review our day and exercise compassion every day, which will help us to create a mindful practice to review ourselves, our day, to treat ourselves with care, kindness, and understanding, and that will help us to minimize passing such harsh judgment.
That could have been said by no one other than an expert practitioner.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. James.
And I'd like to piggyback off Ms. Murphy that you have to integrate compassion with business by treating others the way you want to be treated. And that's repetitive with business, because I know that when you go somewhere, you want to know that you're being treated kindly with humanity, like Ms. Carla spoke about. And that's why it's very important, especially when you're doing business, because their word of mouth, it travels farther than any social advertising that you see on TV. And especially someone that has done business with you, you want a good review, not a bad review or they so-so, whatever. You want repetitious business so you can continue to have success in your business. So I say that's very important, or treating others the way you want to be treated.
Awesome, awesome. We want to talk to our next guest, Ms. Carlstein. Ms. Carlstein, how did CND start?
Oh my goodness.
What does CND stand for?
CND stands for Carla or Carlstein and Donald Davis. So we put CND. He came up with the name CND, make it simple, and people can remember it. And so I went along with it. This story. I met him on May 13th, asking him to bring me some fish. And by the 31st, we were making jewelry, and that was the day of our creativity. And that started my partner on the path that I had been on as far as making jewelry and seeing the joy that you can experience while making jewelry.
I love it. I love it. That's sweet. listen to her gun smoke. So how long has CND been in existence?
Well, actually, we started, I would say, the end of August. We have been fiercely making jewelry like little elves there in our little station. We were just making, and our family and friends were like, well, what are you going to do with all of this jewelry that you've made?
Right.
And we didn't have a clue. I mean, at first we were like, well, we're just making it because we like it. And then we got the idea with our friends and family that said, come on, you guys have got to start a business.
Right.
So we need a mentor badly because we're just starting out, and we're both retired, so we're looking to make additional funds for our coffers. And this is the way we chose to do it with jewelry making.
Well, you see how God works.
Yes.
You see how you're meeting me, right?
Yes.
And so I'm sure Miss Carol right there would have nothing but great things to say about that part as far as meeting me now. So we're going to definitely talk to help you guys get on the right track.
That would work out wonderfully for us.
Why purchase from CND?
Well, let me just tell you, we're in sunny South Dallas. We're a small business in sunny South Dallas, and we're going to give a plug out to South Dallas. And integrity is what we want in our business. Mm-hmm. So we have a trademark where we make one-of-a-kind pieces. Mm-hmm. We may make a piece similar to another piece, but all of them are one-of-a-kind. Okay. So you can rest assured knowing that the piece that you select for yourself, based on whatever it is that floats your boat about it, right? You're going to be the only one with it.
And that's what makes you special, huh?
That is our trademark.
So how can someone purchase your jewelry?
Well, right now as I said, we're just starting out. We have an Etsy space, and we are located at the Salon. And the salon is located at 17290 Preston Road, Suite 104. We have some of our works there on display, and you can purchase it there also.
Awesome.
We do need a website. We do need a Facebook page. We do need some things to get our business out there because we've just been hustling.
Then we're going to have an extended conversation. And right after we're done, I'm going to let you talk to her for the first 5 minutes, and she'll let you know everything about me to help you get to where you want to be. Because she knows that she's from the start.
Excellent.
Ms. Carol, she's from the start. So I have something great for you and Mr. Antonio. Everyone else knows this. Mr. Antonio, your business, because you're on the show now, obviously we can be able to make you a staple on a weekly basis, and Carl Steen, the same thing. You guys on this show, I'll allow you normally commercials. You already know about commercials. I'll allow you guys to put a commercial on here once in a while if you're a staple here. More importantly, I have unlimited resources to help you give your customers gifts. I'm gonna give you the first one. I have $1 million. The first thing is, if anyone spends over $100 with you both, I'm gonna help you give them a $200 gift card on the house from me.
Wow.
I'm going to let you do that for your customers. Antonio, how does that sound?
Sounds like a blessing.
Well, I mean it, and this is not just me talking. I have unlimited amount of stuff like that. I will give you anyone that spends over $100 with you, and I'll do it right now for the first time that happens. I'll do it right now, but to get that on a consistent basis, I need you guys to be a staple here. And so one way or the other, either staple here or with NBC or both, and you guys will have access to that. Every time a customer spends $100 with you, you call me, you let me know that. You'll be able to send an email that has your picture and mine showing that we're giving them a $200 gift card.
Okay.
And you don't have to spend a dime unless it's a $5 deal. I'll let you know. But we're at the end of the show, guys. And I want you guys, I'm so glad y'all came. This was a wonderful show. And we'll talk to you guys next week. And God bless.
Hello, everyone.
everyone. I am Dr. James, host of Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Broadcasting live each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. from Fishbowl Radio Network Studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Log on to hear us talk about and feature small businesses and the life of a small business, the struggles, the triumphs, the daily operation, the grind of starting and running a small business. So be sure to log on each week on Saturday at 1 p.m. to catch Dr. James McConnell's The Small Business Network. Let's jump in.
Welcome to the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, yeah, the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James Small Business Show. Yeah, the Small Business Network Show. Welcome to Dr. James.